Alrighty. I feel like this shit is... Okay, honestly, we reacted off this far for value gap. I'm sure that was what? At 9:30? Not even, that was like 9 o'clock. So that's something we wouldn't have even gotten into, but it did react off this gap. Since we're now trading at 10, catching the 10 CRT, I do think we're just going to keep going higher. We could reverse though, so I'm going to wait for the candle to close, but we could add this oh, it's already on here, the silver bullet indicator, because when 10 o'clock comes it'll show us the hour. So this is 3 to 4. You got a nice reversal there. Invert for value gap to take down. So let's see what we get in our 10 a.m. session here. But I want to wait for this 1 hour to close. Then we have 3 minutes for it to close. So I want to see it close. And then the 4 hour as well. The 4 hour candle and the 1 hour candle usually will have the same either top or bottom. And then obviously this will be different than, I mean, sometimes it has the same top and bottom, honestly. But I feel like this is the top of the 4 hour candle. Oh no, it's the candle above it. So yeah, the 1 hour, the 9 a.m. candle, and the 1 hour usually lines up with the 6 to 10 a.m. on the 4 hour. That's why I'm like, I think that's the stronger candle to choose from. We popped out that fair value gap. I just want to make sure there's a reverse from this buy side, because our next buy side of the 4 hour is up here. As far as like a strong wick, obviously there's an internal one here somewhere. At this, because on the higher time frames, each candle is a liquidity point. So maybe we could take it up to there. Like I said, everyone trades at like, 9:30. I think 10 o'clock has been a better time frame to not get faked out, in my opinion, so far. But we're still backtesting. After backtesting last night, though, I'm not as confident as I was yesterday. So we'll see. I might just mark up, might just let it play out. Almost 2 minutes left in this candle. And then I want to mark the open of the 10 a.m. candle once it gets to 10 a.m. So I hope it sweeps. I hope it sweeps, and I hope liking this action. Are you expecting a reversal, Tay, off of something, or are you expecting to continue higher? What's your bias for the day? I am liking this price action. We have high volume too, so I want to see it either react or, like I said, see the reversals at 3 a.m. The London silver bullet hour is golden. Golden. Obviously you have to wake up early for that, and you could take it down to here. I mean, I would set this and forget, because I'd be asleep, but I don't know. I already got my trade. I took an inverse to the upside. Oh, good for you. Oh yeah, true, right here at 9:30. That's a nice trade. Came into this gap, bounced off in the 4 hour. Yeah, that's a nice trade. Good for you. See if it goes all the way up there. Yeah, that's a nice trade. If anyone took that at 9:30, the inversion off these two fair value gaps here. But I want to catch. All right, 10 a.m. open is up here. 10 a.m. And the hour candle the 9 a.m. the 10 a.m. candle close high. So let's see if we either get a liquidity sweep reverse or we could get a liquidity push to this 4 hour. That's what we're looking at. And or we could just push down and reverse now. I don't think so though. I think we at least sweep one of these liquidity points. But let's see, we could if we invert this, we could take a sell. Or I want to, like I said, I want to wait for the liquidity sweep though. But if not, if it doesn't give us one, we just let the market show us what it wants to do. But yeah, see, we're in the silver bullet hour. If we get a candle close below this, we're in sells. It's looking like we're getting it. Obviously, we have 3 minutes left in this candle, which sucks, but it could come in here and still go higher. See? That's why you wait. You gotta wait. It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds till this candle closes. So we'll see. There's also a daily fair value gap down here, even though this candle is making the gap, so we'll probably go into this gap tomorrow. This is the candle making the gap, or this gap could shrink. Let's see. I hope it sweeps something first, but technically that was a liquidity sweep. You know, there's some points in here that is swept. Like I said, we gotta wait for a candle close. We still got 2 minutes and it's wicking all up and down. This is a good trade though. My target would have been up here though, so I don't know if it's gonna hit it. Could. I wanted to actually. I wanted to sweep this before we get in, but let's see. We're just waiting. We're just waiting to see. Again, 10 a.m. open. So it'd be nice, 10 a.m. candle to come up here, sweep, then go down, and we'll catch the whole PO3 of the candle. There's still a lot to go down. Then the 4 hour, my next liquidity probably is under this candle. Or maybe it's gonna come fill some of these gaps and go down here on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, let's see. Yeah, there's a bunch of gaps to fill down here. Same liquidity point down here. There's one more here on the 1 hour. It's probably the bottom of that first 4 hour candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Let's see what the 15 minute is showing. Nothing crazy. 13 seconds. If it closes below, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Did not close below. Still could go down, but we didn't close below this gap. If y'all can see. See, we did not close below this gap. So you got faked out if you got in when it was way down here. Wait for a candle close. Again, we have another 4 minutes, which sucks. I want to do a 5-minute chart, but it helps with patience. It really does. It really helps with a lot of patience on the 5-minute chart. So even here, our liquidity sweep happened in the gap, in the silver bullet hour. Even though we were already in sales, got faked out by 9:30 that day. But then this day, 9:30 gave you a nice setup, so it's just luck of the draw. Now this pushes super low. I might get in this one because this one was a long candle with displacement. The fair value gap is a little tiny though, so I can mark that one if we want. Even though again, until this candle closes, this fair value gap is it could be smaller. Like if this candle keeps going blue, this fair value gap will be small. Like this is the candle making the gap. So it's something like this right now. Yeah, the gap between this candle. Let's see. Still another 3 minutes. It sucks when like this, we waited 5 minutes for this. No candle close, now we're waiting 5 minutes for this. No candle close. What does it look like on the 1 minute? Looks okay on the 1 minute, but it's still choppy, so it's giving it wants to go higher and invert this in the 1 minute. Instead of like closed below and came down. And that's why I like the 5 minute, you'll get faked out less. Because we did get a candle close below this fair value gap on the 1 minute. Tapped into this and gone higher. So I know people like the 1 minute better, but especially probably for that trade down here, a little better entry than the one. That's why, yeah, I like the 5 minute. You just get faked out less. Oh yeah, this is gone now. This gap, because the wick, it wicked up. So no fair value gap, no bearish one. No candle close below this one. So see if we can get some buy side liquidity swept or a strong continuation up to these 4-hour highs. That's what we want to see. I'm just being patient. Trading is boring. It's just patience. That's all it is. Just patience. Patience. And also now people have been asking for one-on-ones. I have a link in my bio if you feel like you need one. I always suggest, YouTube University for free first, obviously, but I get it how you might want to ask questions on certain topics or certain things or certain market things. And if you need to book a one-on-one with me, you can book in my link in my bio, and it's in my bio on Instagram as well. Good trading is boring trading. Exactly. Great trading is boring trading for sure. Honestly, could have gotten a buy here. I felt like I wasn't confident we were going down because we didn't sweep any liquidity. For real. There's obviously like this internal one here and here, but I feel like Sweep that buy side up there. We'll see. If not, if you're gonna keep going down, then go down. But give us a candle close and a market structure shift. If you're really about that life. Ugh, 4 whole minutes again. Only thing too about the 5 minute too, like that 4 minutes, it can close way down here. We'll see. But I'll get in on a long candle that's not closed if like we already had a nice rundown. We're already like chopping in between. So if we get like a nice run up or a nice run down, I'll get in. But it's, you see how it's been chopping away, and then you can even look up the 1 minute and see what's happening. It'll give you some guidance too. Like when the 5 minutes acting up, the one will give you a little more clarity. When the 1 minute's acting up, the 5 minute, they go hand in hand. If they're both chopping it up, they're both just chopping it up. Which again, this is a big stop loss, which sucks if we have to get in. Super low like this. Alrighty, let's see if we get an entry, a better entry on the 1 minute. We do not, it's just running down. Alright, we're getting in after this candle close on the 1 minute though, which sucks. Alright, we're in. I forgot to refresh my damn trading view. Okay, sucks, but we're in a trade. Take profit. Stop loss is pretty good. Let's make this bigger. So this was the one where the 1 minute, if we invert this, which would be nice, I think we take it down to maybe there. Let's see, I hope it doesn't bounce off this fair value gap. I hope it inverts it bad. Like I need to close below this green fair value gap before I'm feeling super good. Either way, it's a good move. Say we have to like trail our stop or some shit. I'm not mad at that move here. But once we inverse this, we're going down. Down. You can even move your trailing stop to break even on this move. I don't mind that. Just to have like a day at 0. But let's see. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds. So it's looking like it wants to close below that. We'll see if it just reacts off this hourly low. And yeah, I mean obviously it would have been nice to get filled way up here. Maybe the 1 minute didn't lie to us today. It's a nasty stop loss actually. Let's do something like this. Okay, we got 1 minute. Now it could be reversing off this to go higher. Who knows? We do have a big displacement candle on the 5 minute. Let's see what the 15. We could get a candle close below this on the 15 and the 5. We're smooth sailing. Now this could be a pullback to go higher. But that's a strong candle, so. And then on the 4 hour, I'm hoping we go down and fill some of these gaps on the 4 hour. But let's just see. Let's just see. Have my stop loss somewhere in here. I mean, my take profit. You know, not getting too greedy. Again, once we invert that gap though, we're going, once we close below this, I think we're running down some more, which would be lovely. So yeah, obviously we got late entry because it just ran down on us, and it would have sucked waiting for the candle close. I mean, it closed right below our entry, so, but you would have got a worse entry. But once we close below this fair value gap right here, and inverse this, we're going down. We're going far. We're going so far, I hope. My take profit is here though, for not the best risk to reward. But I don't know. I feel strongly about it, but it's looking. If you're a little scared, again, you can move your stop loss to break even. You can move your stop loss in profit if you want. You have a big gap up here. Once we candle close below this, like I said, this 5 minute also lines up with 15 minute, I think, right? Oh, the 15 minutes higher. So if we close below on the 15 minute, which you have 13 minutes for that. But we close below this on the 5 minute, which is lower than the 15 minute one. It's looking good. And then obviously below this one, which is an hourly one, I think, or a 4 hour one. We're patiently waiting. Again, if you're scared, like I said, you can move your stop loss to break even. This is a nice run past our entry. So if you feel like you gotta do that, then do that. And we're gonna see how it reacts off this. So once we hit this, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even though. Because this is the hourly low if it wants to reverse and do like the original like silver bullet, like just sweep liquidity in reverse. So I definitely, once we hit this, my stop loss is getting moved to break even. But I hope once we invert this, we keep running to at least here. We have some liquidity here as well. But alrighty. Oh, we still have 2 minutes. So I have 2 minutes for this candle to close below this gap. So I'm like, come on. It's below it. Now it's just a candle close below it. Alright, we're gonna hit our TP, our first TP here for again, not candle close. We have 2 minutes. 2 whole minutes. But let's hit this TP though and run through it so we can move this stop loss to break even. Let me know y'all in this trade, or did y'all take this up trade? Ooh, we wicked, but again, we still have 1 minute and 45 seconds for this candle to close. So let's see, 1 minute and 30 seconds for this candle to close. Come on and push. It's just a patience game. Patience game. Boring trading is good trading. Take profit down here, stop loss up here above this big ass candle that we got into, ran through. We do have 2 long wicks on the bottom side, but we do have a strong fair value gap here. It could tap into and keep going lower. This was our market shift breaker. It actually can come up. It can come up here, retap this breaker if you want to enter off that. Like waiting for it to come down, come back and tap you in if you want that to go down. That could be the trade that you wait for. I don't wait for those anymore because you see how sometimes it just runs down past that and never comes back to it. So I don't want to miss a trade. But obviously that does keep you safer if you wait for those trades only. Let's just see, we have 25 seconds. Let's see if this candle's gonna close for us below this fair value gap. And then again, it could be another candle that closes below. It's gonna suck. 2 seconds, 1 second, did not candle close below, so we're still waiting. If we tap this, I move myself out to break even though, like I said, this hourly low. Because this is the hourly low. And when it runs through that shit, stop loss to break even. Come on now. It's playing with us. But hey, this is what we do. You just gotta sit and wait. It's still not looking like it wants to reverse or anything, but it didn't sweep liquidity on the buy side before it reversed for us. Even though we do have some, like, I guess that internal one maybe, but I wanted it to sweep with a high. But hey, the market's gonna do what it wants to do. We didn't get that overall hourly liquidity sweep, but we still got one. So I'm like, we could reverse from this one. That's a strong blue candle right there. Not anymore. That's why you wait. It could be blue, it could be white. I need this candle close under this 15-minute one. For real, for real. This could just be a pullback to go higher to the actual liquidity that we wanted. That's what I'm scared of. We'll see though. Sometimes I do this too. I'll mark the bottom of the gap on the 15. So when we close below it, even though you can close below on the 5 minute, that's why it's different. You can't really do this actually, because like say you want a candle close on the 5 minute and then you go to 1 minute and you got a candle close, like, that doesn't count. It has to match the time frame. Same with the 15 minute. If you want that candle close below that line on the 15 minute, it has to close on the 15 minute, not the 5 minute. But it's looking like it's pushing, but again, with this fat ass gap, it can rebalance and go lower with. We did get a market structure shift. Some people, like I said, some people wait and enter on the breaker. That's why I'm like, if you get in like me, you have to also wait for this, because this is what most people trade. They get in, they get in at the breaker. Stop. No, I want, you know what I'm saying? They get in at the breaker. So not all the time it will pull back, and that's why I get in, because sometimes it won't pull back and tap you in. But if you trade, the worst entry to be sure you're in the trade, you have to have enough drawdown for it to actually go back into the breaker for the people who are waiting for this trade. You know what I'm saying? So if you're waiting for this trade, better risk to reward than mine, obviously. But once we close back above this gap, this fair value gap here, it's not looking good, but we'll see. We shall see. It's due for a rebalance anyway, so that's why I'm gonna stop loss to break even until we hit like a target, profit target. Let's see what it's looking like on the 1 hour. We still have 35 minutes in the 1 hour. So we kind of traded sideways here. It'd be nice to rebalance all the way up and down up in here. 4 hour. So you have 3 hours and 30 minutes for this. So who knows what this candle is gonna end like. 30 minute, what we seeing? $15-minute, what we seeing? Oh, we're almost close below that 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, we're almost at this liquidity sweep. So let's see. 5 minutes left on the 15-minute chart, so might as well just sit on this one. Same as watching the 5-minute chart at this point. Again, if we get this candle closed, then I'm gonna move my stop to break even, or even in profit, just because this is a point it can reverse from, a strong point. And since it didn't take out the buy side strong point, I might have a feeling it could reverse from here. But again, let's wait and see, because I feel like if we candle close also below these fair value gaps, we want to keep going a lot lower. Is how I feel as well. But you know, better safe than sorry. Come on, 4 minutes. So again, 4 minutes again, close way up here. Which is a bearish fair value gap to retap into to go lower as well. So the silver bullet video on standby. That is funny. No, this was just for my back testing session. I was showing them this kind of setup. Alrighty, we hit that hourly low. Stop loss move to break even. Actually, yeah, so now we're not losing anything on this trade. If it goes back our way and it comes up and reverses, then we didn't lose anything. And like I said, it could liquidity sweep from here. Hopefully we get a push because we got a candle close. I mean, we didn't get candle close. We have 3 minutes, so I want to push. Though I said under these gaps, I feel like we're pushing. This is a big fair value gap. My stop loss is slightly in profit, I guess. I moved it like a dollar or something in profit. It's not much, but so if we get a candle close way below this, which I really want, I want it to keep running at least to the bottom of this, you know. But again, this is an hourly liquidity point for a reversal back to the upside. So you could have had your take profit there, honestly, but it's just my entry was late, so I'm hoping for a little bit more of a push down before it reverses. Even there's a liquidity point right here. This is the next liquidity point actually to target. I have my stop loss a little bit below it. I mean my take profit below it, but there's no point to reverse before this one. I mean after this one, but this one. So if it breaks through it, you know, this is where we're going. However, like I said, this is the hourly low. So that could be the low where we want to reverse from. But like I said, I have this strong candle has me confident we want to go a little lower. That candle was big as shit and didn't give us a good entry. So I'm like, the market, give us a little bit of profit before you reverse back up. If you reverse back, I mean, I think we're gonna reverse back up on all higher time frames. But like I said, there's so much to fill. Even on the higher time frames, they'll fill a whole gap. So technically, you can have your take profit way down here if you want on the 4 hour, and on the 1 hour. Yeah, I have mine right before this gap down here. It could fill all this. So I just want to see it push through. If we get candle close below in the 15-minute, that would be lovely. Damn, motorcycle. All right, so now we're break even. We're risking no money on this trade. So now we're in the sweet spot. And we got push below this on the 15. This is the 15-minute chart. Come on, candle close. We have 1 minute and 13 on this candle. So I want to get a good close somewhere down here. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Oh, it's pushing back up, but let's see. It's just a patience game. But like I said, now we're not risking anything. So either way, it's just a 0 day, or how much in profit are we? $368 in profit, I guess, if you want it, which is pretty good actually. All right, it wicked back up. So how much in profit now? We're at only $314 in profit. So if you can close that if you want. Well, I don't know how many contracts y'all are using. I'm using 4 micro. So like I said, if we don't look all the way down. If we candle close in this, I might close this trade. And we have 11 seconds. Now we candle close below this, I might stay in it. But we candle close above this green line, bitch. Be pissed. 1 second. Okay, we candle close below. I'm holding. I was gonna say, do not piss me off. We candle close below on the 15-minute chart. Oof. That's still a long ass wick. How much profit we're in now? 250. But again, we're not even risking anything. So at this point, let it play out. Or if you need that money, take that money. There's nothing wrong with taking your profit on a day that's kind of unsure like this. If we would have swept this buy side, I would have been really strong in us going down lower. But since we didn't sweep this buy side up here, it could give a regular, like, you know, liquidity to liquidity type of thing. And the 1 hour should show us too, actually. We still have fucking 30 minutes in this 1 hour candle. And that's why it's like, it did sweep. So let's see what the 5 minutes is telling us. 5 minutes still kind of or if you're not confident, again, we can do a trailing stop in profit, like something like this. If you're a little scarier, you know. If you want to take my take profits down here, right? So once we invert some of these, we haven't inverted this 5 minute one yet though either. We inverted the 15-minute one, which is stronger, higher time frame. So let's see if we invert this one. Candle close below this fair value gap on the 5 minute would be really nice. 2 minutes and 50 seconds in this candle to close below it. We got a wick below it, but we didn't candle close below it. Candle close is what you need. You need a body close, not a wick close. Some people trade off wicks, but I don't think so. For gaps, at least. I can trade off wicks for like hammers, but like I said, I don't know if we're not going down or not. I'll move my stop loss a little bit in profit above this candle, actually. Yeah, we'll just do that. Secure something. Because then it's like, okay, well, if it goes against you, you still made some money. All right, it's pushing. More cushion for the pushing. My stop loss is down at this little gap here. There's a liquidity point here. The days like this where it's far, though, I see why it could be scary. Like, this is a far rundown, even for this one. So I might even move my stop loss to this yellow line because this is just so far it has to go to still. This is the hourly 9 a.m. candle low. That's why I said it could reverse from here. This was the 9 a.m. candle high. It did not close above it and sweep it out. It just ran down. So that's why I'm like, I would have felt more confident if we ran up here. But again, if we candle close below this for value gap, I'm more confident as well. We did close below on the 15-minute. So it's looking good. And then once we candle close on this 5 minute, I think we're really good. And it's looking good. That's why I'm like, the market will just watch the market. Like, I know we have these rules like liquidity sweeps and all these things, but sometimes look at this. The market didn't even give us a liquidity sweep. It just said, bye. So you could either not take the trade, which is fair, because our entry was shitter mitter, or you take the trade like I did, but you do it safely. Like, you take the trade. Once we hit this hourly low, we move stop loss to break even. Once we broke below that 15-minute for value gap, we move our stop loss a little bit in profit. And now we're just chilling. And then if we want to be extra safe, just this first liquidity point here, we put our take profit, which is fine, I think. Because the swing low, the swing low made before this gap, that's it. Or you can just do the bottom of the gap. Like I said, we have 23 seconds. We need a candle close below this gap, and it pushed up a lot, but it's still underneath it. If a candle closes in, we can pull our stop loss a little further down, like above the candle, honestly. All right, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4. Come on, close below. Close below. We see that tiny little close below. Feeling good now. I'm feeling a lot better. Again, if you're feeling not so good, again, you can move your stop loss more in profit. It's still slowly going down, but once we get that candle close below 5-minute and the 15, we're chilling. If you're feeling extra safe, we can put your stop loss below the gap because it's going to fill the gap. This is the higher time frame gap. It'll for sure fill probably most of the gap. How far are we up now? 418. So this must be like 1,000 maybe down here. And again, if you're feeling a little scarier, you move your stop loss. You can move it a little tighter. Oh, boom, look at that push. Again, see, inverted fair value gaps. Them shits go dumbsies. And you can also, I always do that too. I've said if it's trading slowly, you can set your stop loss at a swing low liquidity sweep of something made in your trade. All right, we're going down. How far up are we now? $534. 580. Let's push. Let's push to this liquidity point. I like this trade. And that's why sometimes CRT, like the silver bullet, just reverse to reverse. It's like you kind of have to have like a story behind it and like have a little higher time frame bias, which I'm not really a higher time frame bias girly by any means. Ooh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And it probably could keep running down, honestly, but I'm just, All right, we're at almost $600. I'll trail above this candle. And you can, like I said, sometimes it can just fill the gap in reverse. But like I said, the next liquidity point is way down here. All right, 566. 2 minutes for this candle to close. 612. Below the gap. Let's see if it actually pushes below the gap. I might even set my stop loss way down there at the breaker structure. Because sometimes I say it might just fill the gap and go. Still have 22 minutes in this 1 hour candle. There is a gap down here. So I had my original take profit at the top of this gap. Because if it inverses this gap, it's going to this gap. But you have to wait 22 minutes for this to inverse. So we could watch it for 22 minutes. You could move your stop loss. You could have a no take profit and just trail if you want, like closely behind it. All right, we're up 670. All right, let's push in. Let's push into our take profit, even though I moved it up, but I'll take it. All right, we're up 722. Not as quick of a trade, but 730. Let's go. It's probably 750 on the trade. 742. Yeah, but I could have kept my stop loss. I could have kept my take profit way down where it was. But let's go. 770. 760. Because I had it at this one because it's close. This is my take profit. This, boom. That we're out of this trade. Lovely trade. If you kept your take profit at this liquidity, because they're kind of close. That's why I had it. If they're close, I'll have it at the second one. Like I said, that was a big move. What was the $784 day? That's what I'm talking about. Great trade. I don't know if y'all took that trade with me. Our entry was ass on grass. It was like way down here. So maybe this would have been the one where, let's see if we got a better entry on the 1 minute. Not really. It still would have been down here at this breaker structure. And see how it never came back? This is what I've been talking about. So yes, your entry is worse. I have to, not be scared of big stop losses, but it never tapped you back in this breaker trade. So this was a trade we took. Let me mark it for our recap tonight when we go live. And still not bad though. A 1 to 2.5. Great trade. So hope y'all made some money today. Hope y'all learned if you're paper trading. And then we'll live back test this tonight. So yeah, I'm basically trading the 10 a.m. candle from now on is what I'm trying to do. And why? So it lines up with the 4-hour 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. candle, number one. So the big trade of the day. And it lines up with silver bullet hour. And it lines up with people who say they don't trade the first 15 minutes of the market open. So it's after that, it's after the micros. It's just a good, so many nice $800 day. So many people trade there's so many, how am I trying to say? There's so many different confluences in that time frame. So that's why. So I hope y'all took this trade. You see why I always say the first liquidity point is gonna hit 90% of the time, and then the second one, it still could hit again. We have 3 minutes in this candle. But if you're feeling unsafe, take your profit at the first one. Or I have 4 contracts. I could have did multiple TPs, but it's up to you. I do still think we're gonna push to the second one for sure. The next liquidity point is way down here. But yeah, $800, I'm taking that. Great trade. Didn't get tappy back in on the 5 minute. I be telling y'all. That's why I don't get in that fair value gaps anymore. I get in right at the market structure shift and displacement candle, because sometimes you would not get tapped in and you will miss a trade like this. And it does look like it wants to continue going down, which I knew it would. Boom. So it would have made what? Probably 900 if we let it go to our second take profit. So I hope y'all made some money. Hope y'all took that trade with me. Just got back. Did you close? Yes. I made it close for $800 or $784, as you see here. Yeah, I got in this trade. I got in the reversal, the 10 a.m. reversal. So yeah, I basically, because see, the thing I was talking about too, what I noticed with the 10 a.m. candle and 10 a.m. reversal, yes, sometimes 9:30 won't fake you out. It faked us out yesterday and you'll get a trade, right? But the 10 a.m. trade is always bigger. My trade was bigger. So so you don't care about this. Obviously, I used to be like, I just want to get in and get my trade the earliest. But then now I'm like, I just want one trade of the day, and usually this one's bigger. It lines up with the macros. It lines up with silver bullet. It lines up with the 4 a.m. candle. It lines up with the 10 a.m. candle. It's so many things line up at 10 a.m. that I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to trading this. I wasn't as confident after our back testing session yesterday, because this is what was happening in our back testing session yesterday. So the 10 a.m. open, you kind of want some more candles to close up here for a turtle soup, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the 10 a.m. opening candle to be the only turtle soup. It happened to be, so I was confident we were going down, but I had to wait for another confluence, which was the inverse of this fair value gap, which we got a terrible close. We got a terrible entry because the wick. But like I've always said, that if you get a terrible entry, the market is gonna give you a lot more to run with. So yes, your stop loss might be fat as fuck, but then your gains will also be fat as fuck. So it's no longer to be scared about it. But this is just one of those trades where you want it to sweep liquidity first. I would have been more confident. But however, it still was reversing. It still reversed. I was confident we were going down. We did have a lot of fair value gaps. But if you look on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, we could reverse now. At any point, it could come lower. But again, we're in a green fair value gap to go higher. You can use the fib if you want to get more of a take profit, but great trading day, y'all. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna keep trading this, and then see y'all tonight. We back test this every night at 8 o'clock Eastern. And then I'm only trading now 10 o'clock. So silver bullet indicator by Lux Algo is a great indicator. Obviously, you don't have to trade it as a silver bullet, but it does mark out your 10 to 11 a.m. for you. And usually it marks out your sell side liquidities in red lines or blue lines. It did not do that today. But I don't care. I just wanted to mark 10 a.m. so I don't have to mark it every morning. Be a good trading day. Hope y'all made some money. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. 708.